Congratulations on deciding to start lifting. You're embarking on a life-changing journey, one that many before you have embarked on, and not many have made it through. Some have died, some have fallen off, some have lost it. Either way, this is a journey you won't regret starting. You've made a tremendous first step on deciding that you're going to embark on a transformational journey, one in which you will literally not be the same by the end of it. And that takes guts. However, the toughest of the tough is still ahead of you. I can barely count how many guys I know who start the gym about 3 times a year and just fall off the wagon straight away. That was me. I started my first gym arc in 2016 where I was like, that's it, I'm gonna go to the gym, I'm gonna start getting jacked. This is gonna be me now. And then quit. Then started another one in 2017, then quit. Then another shorter one in 2017 to 2018. Then quit. That one in 2018, I think I was kind of on a bit of a hit run where I was like, no, screw building muscle. I don't want to lift. I don't want to build muscle. I just want to do HIIT, and I'm going to do high intensity training, like cardio. Basically, I go on a treadmill and do high intensity cardio training for 20 minutes a day. And I was like, yeah, I don't want to build muscle. I just want to get really lean and, like one of those really lean looking skinny ass guys. I was like, yeah, that's going to be my strength. Then another gym arc in 2018 where I went back to lifting weights, then quit. Then another one in late 2018 that actually lasted till mid 2019. Funny enough, that's probably the longest one in that era. And then quit. Bear in mind, in all these gym arcs, I was doing at most 2 to 3 days a week training. I never went above that. And then the last and final time I started a gym arc was late in December 2020, and I've stuck to that one to this very day. So why is it that I and so many people quit so easily and find it so hard to stick? It's not because we're lazy. Well, I mean, we are, but I feel like that's just too simplistic, because I feel like everyone's kind of lazy. Everyone inherently is a little bit lazy. Heck, I'd say I'm still lazy to this day, and I've been consistent in the gym now for 5 years, so it's not just laziness. It's not because we don't want it. I mean, a little bit, but that's not the full picture. It's not because we have bad genetics or we're too tall or too weak or not really any of that stuff either. Why did I quit all those times? And why did I finally get it right that one time in 2020 and not quit since? So I think reason number 1 for why people quit the gym and lads quit the gym quite easily and quickly, I think the most obvious one is just there's no fire in the furnace. And when I say that, what I mean by that is I feel like they just don't want it enough, maybe. And what I mean by no fire in the furnace, I mean there's not enough fuel to fuel you. Think deeply, what is the reason you want to get into the gym? What is the reason you want to get jacked? Because I feel like for a lot of people, it's just oh, I just want to be healthy again, or I just want to, it's just kind of this vague idea, oh, I'd like to get big, or I'd like to get fit. Then it's that's not enough. This is a very demanding kind of thing to get into. And a lot of time it can be fun, but it's not fun a lot of the time. So there needs to be a little bit more than that. You need enough drive that it's almost kind of toxic, to be honest. A lot of the most successful guys who got jacked and got ripped were just fueled by pure toxicity, self-hatred, and just blatant insecurity. A lot of deep emotional pain and insecurity, and just hating yourself and hating how you look and hating how you feel, and just feeling less than and desiring something greater, desiring a better life. You need to see this as a life-altering kind of thing. Whether it be a broken heart, a broken soul, childhood trauma, whatever it is, there's got to be a demon there that you're trying to overcome and trying to beat almost. And that's the only way you're going to be successful. If it's just this kind of vague notion of, oh, I'm just trying to get healthy, I'm trying to get fit, it's you're probably going to end up quitting. And that's what happened. I think all those other times that I started earlier and I quit very quickly, it's just because it's just because I didn't really have that drive. I remember if I was to think back to all those times between 2016 and 2019 and all the times that I started and quit, I wasn't seeing it as oh yeah, this is like, I'm being driven here by pure hatred and self, and I'm gonna build myself up and become strong. It was kind of like a very kind of pussy attitude of being like, oh yeah, it's like, I'll go to the gym and get healthy and be fit, and like, you know, it's good to go every so often. And I go like twice a week or something. I didn't like have a vision or envision of what I wanted to be, and I didn't like think about it 24/7. Because I kind of thought, well, I was kind of in a very hopeless place at the time anyway. I wasn't very optimistic about myself or future anyway, so I didn't really see it getting any better. Whereas I think when I properly started in 2020, I was kind of like, okay, no, I am going to build something for myself here. And it's going to be great. I'm optimistic. I'm looking forward to it. I'm confident. I'm ready now. And that kind of helped. This is going to be my ticket to a better life. So you get what I mean? It's kind of this very like deep kind of almost toxic desire for validation and kind of revenge almost. And it's like, sounds a bit cringe, but like deep down, that kind of has to be the fuel a little bit. You kind of have to see it as like, I kind of saw it as like the kind of the last chance for salvation in life, in a way. Where it's like, I've gone through life like kind of feeling shit about myself, low self-worth, very unvalidated, no validation, nothing really, and just feeling really bad. And like basically, I was a bit of a shit loser, like, do you know what I mean? I was pretty fucked in the head, and I was a massive loser. So I kind of saw it, I kind of like took all that insecurity, all that self-loathing, and combined it with an optimistic view of the future. And I kind of saw this as like, okay, this is my last chance for salvation. I'm gonna fucking do it. I'm gonna get all that insecurity, all that toxicity, and I'm gonna exact my revenge, essentially. I'm gonna get jacked, I'm gonna get attractive, I'm gonna get the validation that I've craved for so long, and I'm gonna have a better life because of it. I'm gonna exact revenge on that heartbreak. I'm gonna exact revenge on my past self who fucking didn't eat healthy and didn't do the right things. Then it became like an obsession. I would think about it 24/7. Like I would literally be sitting there imagining like me a year, 2 years down the line putting up topless progress pics. I envisioned this from the first day that I walked into the gym. I envisioned, oh yeah, I can't wait to take the topless photos that I'm going to post later on in like a year or 2 or 3 or 4. Like that's how long term I was thinking and how driven I was. Like that time when I started in 2020, I knew instantly it was different from all the other times that I'd started. And I was right. Here I am 5 years later. So it can't just be kind of this vague, oh yeah, it's going to be an aspect of my life, I'm just going to be healthy or whatever. It's like, no, it has to be driven by a very toxic, almost insecure place. You envision those Instagram photos that you're going to put up later. Envision those pictures of you in like nice fitting tight t-shirts later. Envision the photo of your six-pack that you're going to put up on like your dating app or whatever. I remember that era of my life, kind of nothing fazed me. Whenever I'd take like an L in some sort of social situation or some sort of like, you know, like a dating or whatever, whenever I'd take like an L, I'd be like, okay. And this would have been like really early on, like first year or 2. Whenever I'd take an L, I'd be like, oh, it's okay, because at least I'm going to go back to the gym and I'm going to train and I'm going to get big and strong and I'm going to level up so much to the point where these L's aren't going to happen anymore. It was kind of this kind of comfort thing where it's like, okay, whatever happens, I've got this project that I'm working on that's going to give me fruits in the future. And I feel like now that I've kind of gotten to near the max of like my muscle mass, like I don't think I'm going to naturally put on any more muscle. Or no, I will put on more muscle. I don't think I'm going to naturally put on that much more muscle. I'm kind of near the end of the transformation. I miss having that sort of drives, having that vision of something more that I did back then. Because now it's hard, because now it's like when I take L's and stuff, it hurts a lot more. It hurts way more actually, because it's like I don't have that comfort of laying back on a project of being like, okay, it's okay because I'm working on this project of myself and I'm going to be unstoppable after I'm done this project, so who cares about what this person did. So yeah, that drive is important. Number 2, and it's kind of linked, it's like you don't kill your old identity. So when I kind of started, I kind of embraced a whole new identity in a sense, where I was like, okay, I'm going to kill everything that was about me beforehand and I'm going to embrace this identity of like a lifter, like this kind of athlete, jock, kind of confident guy who walks with his shoulders back and his head held high, like embracing sort of like a Chad-like identity basically, where it's like, no, I'm confident. That old kind of insecure guy or that old guy who's like shy and quiet is like that, it's no more. this is me. And obviously it doesn't work half the time because you can't just switch it on like that. But like switching on the mindset and switching on the idea is a good start. And soon enough, it's going to bleed into everything. It's going to bleed into your worldviews. It's going to bleed into your attitude, how you carry yourself. As soon as you kind of switch that of being like, okay, no, I'm embodying a new identity. Think of someone who you see who's like a kind of a childlike jock kind of guy, and just try and embody them in a sense. Once you change your whole identity, you'll find it's going to be a lot easier to stick to your new habits. Because now once you start identifying with this new identity of a guy, he's not going to quit. Like the old you quit the gym, he's not going to quit. And soon, if you fake it long enough, you will make it, in a sense. You will start embracing and incorporating the new habits, the new routines, the new kind of swagger in which the way you walk and stuff, and the new way of talking. You're no longer going to be self-deprecating yourself the same cringy way you used to, because now you're this new person, and this new person does everything different. So yeah, just kill every part of the loser, of the inconsistent, weak kind of person that you were beforehand. Reason number 3, burning out by going too militant, way too fast. This is a mistake you can make when, like, say you're embracing this new identity, is that you end up going too quickly, too militantly, too fast, where it's like, okay, you embark on this like really ambitious, like very restrictive or very high calorie, depending on what you're doing, this very strict diet, and you're in the gym like 6-7 days a week, training very specifically, and it's like you're not eating any foods you like, you're not hanging out with friends because you're obsessed with the gym. You're not going out with friends because you're like, oh no, it's going to mess with my sleep and my diet and stuff. You don't allow any cheat days. And what happens? Well, think about it. You've been a loser, you've been unhealthy, unfit, and kind of undisciplined for most of your life, right? You've not been a gym guy for most of your life. And now all of a sudden you're telling me you're doing this like insanely strict routine where you're cutting out all of fun time with friends. You're cutting out all leisure time. You're cutting out all like nice foods that you can eat. You're cutting out everything, and you're essentially enrolling yourself into military, right? Well, of course you're going to quit because it's too fast. You're going too militantly, too quickly. For the first few months of my gym arc in 2020, I only really went 3 days a week. I still hung out with friends. I still did social stuff. I still kind of had cheat days here and there at the start, and I carried on doing it all the way through for the 5 years. If you make it too depressing too quickly, you're just asking to burn out and just not continue it. Because like where's the you need time to enjoy the fruits of your labor. You need to reward yourself from the hard work. The reason you're embarking on this journey to get jacked and to get big in the gym is for the fruits of the labor. It's for the better social life, the looking better, the enjoying better access to things. That's the reason you're doing it. So don't kind of cut all of it out and just sacrifice it all at the altar for the gym. You're not in a military boot camp. Take it easy, go slow, and enjoy life while you do it. Number 4, you got the boredom factor. The big factor. The real reason a lot of guys quit is because, if we're being totally honest, it gets boring. It gets really boring. Like, the real progress is painfully slow. You're doing the same lifts week in, week out, going up by like 1.25 of a kg each week. And a lot of time, for months on end, you're not going to really see that obvious changes in the gym. Maybe newbie gains, you'll see changes, but if you get more experience, you're not going to see that many changes after like a year. So it's just kind of this slow, constant burn of day in, day out going to the gym, burning your muscles out. And if the weather's shit, it's winter time, and like you still have to go in, and like you're not seeing any changes like week by week. And people naturally crave instant results. So that's another thing as well. You need to kind of moderate your expectations, because it's not going to be as instant as you think. So like, once you initially get into the gym for the first time, and you're getting like really excited, like that kind of motivation and excitement, you're like, yeah, eat, slip, lift, repeat. And you're visualizing your new life and your new physique in 3 years time. And you're like, yeah, I'm going to get so big. I'm going to get this big. Yeah, I'm going to look so good. Once that initial excitement fades, and that kind of visualizing, that kind of initial burst of motivation and excitement, once that fades, it's a slow burn. It's the same lift day in, day out. It's the same routine. And you're not seeing that much change in the mirror from week to week. And you quickly realize this is actually a years-long journey, and I'm not going to be motivated for most of that. And that's when you quit. So you kind of just have to temper your expectations and realize it's going to be a slow burn. It's going to be boring for most of it. It's a years-long journey. The motivation's going to fade. It's going to come back in some parts, in some phases. You're going to be really motivated, and then again, it's going to fade. And it's just the age-old kind of thing of discipline over motivation. Because at the end of the day, the biggest, most successful guys, the biggest, most successful athletes, the most successful CEOs, the most successful whatever, they're not motivated half the time or more than half the time when they do what they do. They just know what they gotta do and they get it done anyway because they're disciplined enough to do it, because they built up discipline. So temper your expectations, expect that it's gonna be boring for a lot of it once the initial excitement fades, and that you're gonna need your discipline to kick in. Anyway, I am genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, very excited for you. This is a journey. This is a rabbit hole that once it begins, there's no turning back. It's the beginning of the rest of your life, and life will not be the same again. I can attest to that. This will bleed into your mentality, your habits, how you navigate life and relationships and dating and stuff. Think of it as if this is the first domino of your red pilling of sorts. So yeah, see you on the other side, soldier. The beat keeps going on, and the melody of my escape